Canada reports 0 COVID-19 deaths for first time since March.
Here's a summary of the article.
2-minute read. Toronto, Canada reported 0 COVID-19 deaths in the past 24 hours for the first time since March 15, according to Public Health Agency data released late on Friday. Canada's death toll from the pandemic stood at 9,163 as of September 11, the same as the number of the deaths reported on September 10, government data showed. With most provinces easing lockdown restrictions and as schools reopen for in-person classes, Canada's infections have seen a mild pickup in recent days. Canada's experience dealing with SARS, or severe acute respiratory syndrome, helped health officials be better prepared. SARS killed 44 people in Canada, the only country outside Asia to report deaths from that outbreak in 2002–2003. Canada's first recorded case of coronavirus was in Toronto, on January 25. Canada's first COVID-19 death was reported on March 9 at a British Columbia long-term care facility. As COVID-19 cases began to spike in mid-March, Canada shut its international borders to all foreign nationals and ramped up tests in an effort to isolate infected patients.
This post received a score of 6,200, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Cases are rising in BC, Alberta, and Quebec, so we're not out of the woods yet.
And Ontario.
Basically all of major Canada.
Good thing I live in minor Canada.
Musical notes experience Regina AAAA.
Regine rhymes with.
When you say Canada, it includes Quebec, right? Quebec reports 219 new cases of COVID-19, 3 more deaths today.
And I thought Alberta also had a death today.
Yes, 1 death in Alberta today. Is this a death that was added today or happened today?
Added today. They are a day behind in their reporting or typically report on the last 24 hours, in their daily updates.
Ontario just went back up to over 200 new cases today. Just throwing that out there. Cases are rising all over the country, especially since school started again. This headline seems to praise the country, but things are taking a nosedive here right now.
Second wave is coming and more than half are young people, less than 40, high numbers in those who are 20 to 30s. We need to be extra careful, especially as we have schools beginning to open up soon.
Worst case Ontario, you get COVID.
It's not rocket appliances.
Not true, 1 death in Alberta today. They removed an earlier death that turned out to not be COVID-related. So we technically have the same amount of COVID deaths as yesterday, but also 1 more death since yesterday. Easy to miss when just looking at a pile of numbers. Sadly, there has been 1 death during this time period. The total number of COVID-19 deaths remains unchanged at 253, as 1 previously announced death has been removed from the total after it was determined to not be a death resulting from COVID-19.
I'm from Enlive-on-Pay and I gotta say that I'm glad I live here. Throughout this whole pandemic we've only had about 50 cases so far with 0 deaths. 0 hospitalizations actually. It really hasn't affected too much around here. I feel for the rest of the country. And the world. When I was a kid and I thought about 2020, flying cars and ships to the stars, not teaching adults to wash their hands and not cough on each other. Lots of blame to go around.
Good job Canada, you actually tried and earned it.
You would be surprised how many are actually whining that it's over and the government is using mandatory masks and social distancing to control the population. Straight up canon nutjobs with fucking Trump 2020 in their Twitter bio.
Oh yeah, I've seen a fuckton of Quebec Trumpers.
I don't know where you live but I don't see many people that support Trump here in Montreal. Congrats from a jealous neighbor to the south.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.